Morning everyone, it's Imogen Edmonds from Redwing Solutions, your specialist in HR for early years. I'm recording a video for you this morning to help explain about furlough and self-isolation because I think there is a lot of confusion out there and I want to clarify that for you, and I hope you find this video useful. I'm going to switch off my camera now and I'm going to share my screen. There you go. So I should be sharing a screen, which is an extract from the guidance notes. Check which employees you can furlough and use the job retention scheme. So towards I think page 5 or 6 of the guidance is this section that's in front of us now. Now, most weeks we are receiving phone calls into the office where an employer, a nursery, is telling us that they have had to either close the setting because of the advice of public health, or they have had to close a bubble due to an outbreak of COVID. Now, this could be that there is a positive case in the nursery from amongst of the staff, or it could be that there's a positive case because of the children. Now, whatever the situation, you've got a team of people who need to self-isolate now for 14 days if they are contacts. And employers have asked us, what can they do and what should they do in this situation? Well, if you turn to page 5 or 6 of the guidance and look at what's on the screen at the moment, it tells you what to do if an employee is self-isolating or on sick leave. If your employee is on sick leave or self-isolating as a result of the coronavirus, they may be able to receive SSP. Now, the reason why the guidance says may be able to receive SSP is because not everyone is eligible for SSP. SSP requires an employee to have reach over the lower earnings limit of £120 per week. So there will be very part-time employees who do not achieve this and therefore are not and have not been in the past entitled to SSP. The coronavirus job retention scheme is not intended for short-term absences from work due to sickness. So this explains to you that obviously in that situation, you're expected to use SSP when an employee is self-isolating, and you're not expected to use furlough. Furlough obviously is a consideration for the business reasons. Now, a business reason for furlough might well be that you've had to close your setting due to the coronavirus and the number of staff who are now self-isolating. Now, in that case, if it is on the advice of Public Health England for you to close your setting, we would be recommending that you furlough your staff if this is possible. And the reason for that would be is if you furloughed some staff and self-isolated and SSP'd others, there may well be an argument of you treating people less favourably. There may well be an argument for discrimination claims. So we want you to avoid that, and to do that, we suggest that you would furlough all of the staff that was available for you to do so. This is clearly, a bigger story than the coronavirus job retention scheme. The risk of discrimination claims, the risk of treating people less favourably has always been and will always be one of the things that a HR consultant will warn you about. So we're told that we can furlough the staff should there be an outbreak that would affect the business. And another way that this might happen, it might not be because you're told by Public Health England to close, but what if you have insufficient staff once the number of staff who have been contacts of the positive case are off self-isolating? What if that then means that you are forced to close because you do not have sufficient staff to operate your nursery within the regulatory framework? That would also be a business reason to furlough the staff. Another reason that we can think of might be that you have a number of people who were close contacts. Perhaps you're a preschool setting and everyone works in the same room. So there isn't this concept of necessarily many bubbles. It might be one bubble. But you have other people who were off for other reasons. Perhaps they were on holiday themselves when the positive case was in the setting. Perhaps they were on a course, or they were on unpaid leave or on holiday perhaps. In that case, if you were to say to the staff that were in the setting, you are self-isolating or on SSP, and those who are not contacts cannot be self-isolating and therefore are unpaid leave, we could equally have a case for unfair treatment, treating people less favourably and potentially discrimination. So that might be another business reason to furlough. I hope you find this clarification helpful, and remember, all of the advice we give is based on what's in the guidance. We don't have regulations, we don't have law, we only have guidance and Treasury direction to work from. All the best, bye-bye. I think it's going to need a little bit.